Today, we are seeing evolving crude and refined product flows due to the emergence of Nigeria's Dangote refinery and the broader implications for balances across the Atlantic Basin, with a spotlight on the Mediterranean region. Since its commissioning in early 2024, the 650,000 barrel per day Dangote refinery has rapidly reshaped Nigeria's downstream landscape. By mid-2025, it had displaced significant volumes of gasoline imports and began exporting jet fuel and gasoil, with jet fuel accounting for 45% of total shipments in July. However, the ramp-up has not been linear. The RFCC unit, which is critical for gasoline production, has faced repeated outages, operating at just 85% of capacity as of this July. These disruptions have constrained gasoline output and led to increased exports of residual fuel, which is typically retained for further processing. Operational challenges have been compounded by labour unrest. On September 28th, union action led to a full shutdown of the refinery, halting loadings and barring worker access. While the Nigerian Ministry of Labour has intervened, the strike underscores the fragility of Dangote's operational continuity. Despite these setbacks, Dangote's strategic ambitions remain bold. Plans are underway to expand the capacity to 700,000 barrels per day and build out port infrastructure. These moves signal a long-term intent to dominate regional supply chains and reduce reliance on foreign imports. Dangote's ramp-up is already reshuffling Atlantic Basin refining dynamics. Forecasts suggest that by 2026, the combined impact of Dangote and Mexico's Olmeca refinery, with a capacity of 340,000 barrels per day, will lead to a sharp oversupply of gasoline and diesel, depressing product cracks and forcing rationalizations of vulnerable refining assets. European refineries, particularly those with heavy and sour crude slates, are most exposed. The Mediterranean region, with its aging infrastructure and high natural gas and OPEX input costs, face acute pressures. In contrast, Dangote's preference for light, sweet crudes such as WTI Midland and Bonny Light could shift Atlantic Basin crude demand towards these grades. As the RFCC and desulfurization units reach stable operation, the refinery may begin processing heavier crudes, leveraging its deep conversion capabilities. The Mediterranean is already seeing signs of strain. Summer maintenance and labour strikes in France led to outages exceeding 900,000 barrels per day, though most facilities have since restarted. Still, the region's refining margins remain vulnerable, especially as Dangote's competitive exports begin to penetrate European markets. The long-term outlook suggests further rationalisation, with some facilities likely to convert to biorefineries or shut down entirely. The surge in Dangote's exports has created logistical bottlenecks. Mid-range and long-range tankers are increasingly facing demurrage risks at Togo's Lomé port due to congestion from Dangote's product flows. This has prompted Platts to revise world-scale flat-rate baskets for clean and dirty tanker routes involving West African ports. And we have launched 2 new ship-to-ship prices for Lomé, both for gasoline and gasoil. The implications are twofold: rising freight costs and potential delays in product delivery, which could ripple across regional supply chains. Dangote's emergence as a refining powerhouse is complex. While it promises supply security for Nigeria and competitive exports for West Africa, it also impacts refining economics across the Atlantic Basin and the Mediterranean. The next 12 to 18 months will be critical as the RFCC stabilises, labour tensions resolve, and rationalisation decisions unfold in Europe and the US. The refinery continues to pursue capacity increases, and as of early October, the target is now to reach 1.4 million barrels per day, though a specific time frame hasn't been given. Monitoring and understanding these complex changes in the market will be key to evaluating crude and refined markets moving forward in both the short and long-term horizons.